Today we are faced with some chilly temperatures. It's about 5 degrees right now. I didn't fish this morning. I'm going to head out for the afternoon bite right now. The other day when I was out there, the ice conditions were pretty scary, so I figured I'd wait until daylight to go check it out. It's kind of makes me nervous walking out on scary ice in the dark, so I figured I'd fish the evening bite today and take the safe route. With this cold weather, I'm going to plan on fishing a little bit deeper, maybe in that 8 to 12 foot range. Hopefully this weather doesn't shut the fish down too much and there's still some active ones out there. So stay tuned because we're going on ice. And this is why we waited until daylight to walk out here today. There are just big cracks everywhere. This is what that wind and rain can do to it, so it's best to be on the safe side. You know, if it was dark out, I mean, we'd still probably see these with their headlights, but I'm guessing there's a few out here that we won't be able to see, so better to be on the safe side than anything. So we'll proceed on with caution and hopefully catch some fish. Well, the ice chunks are getting smaller now. This is kind of what all this ice is consisting of, is just these chunks of ice that are just floating around. None of them are connected. There's open water in between all of them. The ice on these chunks is about 4 to 5, 6 inches. Just kind of hopping in between them now, but don't know how much longer I'm going to make it. They're getting a little smaller, but I mean, this is why you always got to be careful fishing on a river system, because you just never know where these cracks are going to form. There's so many elements, especially right next to Lake Superior. I mean, we have a tide that comes into the river here, and that affects the ice. You know, ships, Coast Guard cutters, tons of current. So it can never be too safe. But we'll proceed with caution and see how far we can get. Well, we were able to make it out here. Ice wasn't horrible. You just had to be careful and step on the biggest chunks that you could find. But after we got a ways from shore, the ice was a lot more solid. So we were able to get out here safely. So we'll get the otter house set up and hopefully catch some fish. Well, we just got the otter house set up here and got the heater turned on. A little chilly out there, but this is the type of area that I'm fishing this afternoon. It's a little 12-foot trench that is surrounded by 9 feet of water. And when this cold weather and high pressure moves in here, a lot of times these fish will like a little bit deeper water, and they kind of stay in these trench areas and just kind of roam around for food. Usually they're pretty lethargic, but we still managed to get a few, and I feel that fishing is a lot better in this 10, 11, 12 feet of water than it is versus up on the flats in 7 and 8 feet. So we will find out shortly if they're gonna be willing to play this afternoon. These fish are just so aggressive right now. I can't even see that slender spoon in his mouth. Just came flying up, it's down in his gills. Hopefully this is a sign of what the evening is going to be like. These fish are just extremely active right now. Kind of not what I was expecting. I was expecting to see a lot less active fish and bigger size, but we're getting some smaller 12, 13, 14 inch fish, and they're extremely active. So hopefully the big ones will move in soon. Got about 4 of these small little 10, 11 inch fish lately in the past half hour maybe. Just coming up and hailing this gold slender spoon with the green strip on it. Hopefully these bigger fish will move through soon, but these little guys are keeping me busy for the time being. Well, the sun is going down behind us here, and the bigger fish just never seem to move in today. Got lots of those 11 to 15, 16 inch fish, but never saw anything bigger than those. And that's just what you have to deal with some days. Can't get the big ones every time out here. But had quite a bit of action. fish were a lot more active than I thought they would be with this cold weather that we have here. It's really thrown a curveball into the pattern here, but hopefully we'll get back at them tomorrow and hopefully we'll have some bigger fish.